Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Studio. And we're back here for a round in the rooms in the Insanity Comic Studio. So, welcome back to Rooms in the Insanity Comic Studio like this, because we already said for a little bit for much more times as well. In the last video, we just already reviewed one of their faces like monsters are everywhere, but all of the categories for this entire video for over 15 minutes, but it's gonna be almost for 16 minutes in the previous video. And so today we're going to be checking out for some backgrounds that I'm gonna be reviewing for all domains for around here for itself. Nothing expect like this, but not anywhere that this could be for the A selections, that could be for the original rooms, like there for the epic rooms from there's something as well. And because of the runes, it means it's actually going to be killing you. There are out of the faces to come and kill you because something is going to be in your mind. Of course, let's going to be actually headed towards into the A selections as well. But not other kinds of the rooms itself, but there's more around the rooms, and there must be 3 more. Perhaps this isn't going to be for quietly insane for a little bit much more. So, some rooms are going to be even for a lot of original things like the darkness inside, the fears, or like this, that the faces are coming out to kill you as well, because this is absolutely darkness, fears inside your mind, that the faces are coming out to destroy your brain, even it's not going to be, it's not going to be feeling it's like. So, the other goobers, for some sort of like this, the main as well, and even it's the other kinds of like themselves, could be at this. And the rooms could be for other kinds of rooms like this. The darkest rooms is from the void itself. And the TO1 room could be inside of the room, or the darkness like the sewer. It's absolutely been like the Halloween marathon. And what about the S selections? But this is not very sure. This isn't going to be real. Something is absolutely being taken down, but we're not very sure. Sometimes that actually taken down like this isn't going to be real. It's absolutely no. So as you can see here, Rooms in the Insanity is owned by B140, the comic studio user, or the comic studio user like this, or the B140, the studio, it was by the B140, the comic studio users. Credits to other kinds of the members like themselves to make possible in this comic studio by using for some sort of credits like anybody as well for the whole studio for some renders, the eye selections, redesigns and entities, B variants, redesigns for the rooms like backgrounds, for the add entities, and for same as the Diego, or the Origins tab, and the redesigns. Once again, that we just already said this. Isn't gonna be real? No, that not think this isn't gonna be real. This should be the cities like themselves, or probably like the real images like themselves. The safe house could be for around here, for other kinds of humans and other cookies, including for some robots and other kinds of characters like the Puyo Puyo like these. The exit rooms isn't going to be for such as a little bit one real thing. It was only the lab as well. And the outside room could be for around here, or not here as well. So the actual goobers was absolutely for the removal nightmaristic things and terrorism like those things for unknown reasons. The darkest rooms of the fears could be able to be taken a little bit of living for around here. So the most darkness thing isn't going to be for realize. That must be for the ritzy rooms. And for the other kinds of like this should be the theater as well, like the outside locker. So nothing many more isn't gonna go on around here. Is it gonna be revealed? I definitely do not. This is not going to be real as well, but that's not going to be real anymore for as well. So that was all for some sort of an unknown reference. and I gotta believe this isn't going on for this thing as well. So we shouldn't supposed to put like cars anywhere as well. And because this is absolutely the last time that we just reviewed for some sort of a cars, like the images as well, or not even isn't going to be such as real thing, of course. So I might going to be trying to find out that wasn't going to be for such as using for some studio crossovers, especially like here sometimes that captured on screen in Roblox wouldn't be actually for some sort of an unknown thing as well, even for some particles or other kinds of stuff, and perhaps we're gonna be trying to add for some characters for pretty sure. It took me for 1 hour by adding for some sort of South Park characters, Cookie Run like the OCs, like everywhere is probably for Scruffius or anything in some kind of anywhere as well that we just completely added for like anybody as well, and probably it's gonna be for added a lot of mods as well. So we added like for some kind of Scruffius characters like the Blue Swan and some kind of an unknown thing as well. There's Arlie that right behind of like these guys as well, probably added for some sort of South Park characters, and pretty possibly that we just completely added anything as well, including like a lot of them as well, and even that such as for the Eric Cartman, Kenny, and other kinds of guys over here, the Combine soldiers, the shotgun, and them must be guarded everywhere for the high security like this. And for some sort of the unknown sewers, there must be for two stickmans over here, and Pepperonico cookie from over here for some sort of as well. And there must be Risakumo for around here in the lab, such as Aloe cookie and Schneeball cookie, not Hillary Clinton over here. At the outside, that must be for Cherry Blossom, Dark Choco, and Peach Cookie from over here. That must be Stray Kid or Strange Kid from under the tree. And the class hall, like the Sky Hall of the class of some sort of like these. We added two more South Park characters, the BF Crepey, and another one for some sort of the Red Velvet, and other kinds of characters like the Strawberry Crepe Cookie and the Strawberry Stick Cookie from over here, and some Mint Waffle, and like this, or there must be a girlfriend parfait. I mean, the parfait cookies probably over here. Another incident could be for some sort of Sea Fairy Draco cookie, like wearing classroom suit from over here. There must be Mint Wafer Cookie and Cream Puff Cookie who has been slipped down on the floor, because they realized that one BTS Cookie and Ringo have just looked for some sort of a tragedy or something. And probably let's get for round 4 users submitted sprites and receive for some scary faces, perhaps. There must be a few less of them as well, and many more of those monstrous faces from over here. And it's gotta be a lot of them as well. And probably like added for the Puyo Puyo characters over here. And looks like we got for many more of those submitted sprites. I hopefully that will be appear in this moment. Unfortunately, that must be for quite of a lot of much as well. And things have been slowly appearing for some kind of a little bit as hand as well. So I might not going to be taking for this a little bit longer as later on. We just completely turn off or turning on for some submitted sprites, like to add some spoilers on, even though that doesn't going to be even possible as well, that we might not able to be showing up for some sort of for the characters from user submitted sprites. And that will be the end of this video, like as well, like the stray cookies or even something as well. So even anything like the scientists from over here or the high security risks, like even for to do this as well. And so that is all the rooms in the Insanity Winter Drop Comic Studio. And probably this is gonna be the end of this video for pretty sure as well. And I wonder why that doesn't going to be taking for a little bit much longer as well. That we just completely added anywhere as well. Hang on, mini lads, it won't be gonna be taking for a very long time. And finally, this must be some sort of an unknown reference for the chicken nugget characters have turned into some kind of corrupted things. And more faces we got here, and some kind of more extremely scary, and it was ridiculously so wild that I never expected without further ado. And more memes, and probably like teddy bears, or like the teddy bears. Probably it's not going to be some sort of a big image. Many more like those entities of some kind of monsters will look big and scary, and it's so wild, and I'm never gonna be often like this. And even for very sure, this isn't going to be very much more nice. So it's absolutely going to be taking a little bit longer as well. And perhaps like the angry kid or the angry German kid like this is gonna be the end of the line. And this will be actually the most scariest thing that you ever seen this for the entire life. And I do not believe it that the submitted sprites hasn't going to be loaded for very much. So I might going to be regenerate to load it out with some kind of resubmitted sprites as well. It's gonna be 15 minutes or less, and it won't be going to be actually like the same as well. Even though we might going to be try to regenerate around for those to PNG image. And here's just some kind of an unknown meme. And that doesn't going to be popped out for some sort of an unknown thing like as well. So that was all of those for the submitted sprites, because something is absolutely ridiculously so scary than whatsoever that I just meant to do this, that I just seen this in your life or in my life as well. And thankfully that will be the end of this video for this thing right now. And make sure the comic studio is going to be in description below. And it's scary that you have to be at the age of 18 before you're going to be checking it out as well. The most recommendation could be for around to be in the main website to browse some comics, even appropriate or some kind of inappropriate things have just going on around here that I just going to be preview. And nothing could see this anywhere for some kind of an unknown reasons. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'll be signing off as well, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later.